Welcome to the very first episode of the Realtors podcast with KENLIGHT'S. With us today is Mr. Hench. Can you tell us a little about yourself, sir?
I'm a product designer, UIS. I'm also a media professional.
We have a few questions for you, and we strongly believe that at the end of this podcast, Realtors in business will be able to do better on social media, balancing their real estate lives and other business lives.
How could a realtor define your professional brand across different business platforms?
Okay. So here you need to understand what personal brand is. Personal brand reflects who you are. It defines who you are, who you stand, what you stand for, what you represent. Personal brand is all about when someone hears your name or hears your brand name, what comes to their mind? Once they hear your name, what do they think about? Defining one's personal brand across all his or her business ventures. So you understand that personal brand is the umbrella of everything. So if you are running multiple businesses, your core focus should be your personal brand, who you are. Because it is what people see. They see you first before they see your business. So you have to be clear about who you are first. Once you must have established what you stand for or who you represent. Now, other businesses, other ventures you are doing, tallies or follows through. Do you understand? So that's how I think one can, define his or her personal brand across multiple ventures or businesses.
As a realtor in other business, how do you merge your target audience for each of their business interests, knowing that their needs differ?
How do you merge your target audience as a realtor?
Yeah.
Okay, it's quite dicey. It's quite it can be confused as a realtor who is also doing other things. If you're not careful about your audience, you can end up confusing it. Because when it comes to social media, today I'm seeing you posting about real estate. Tomorrow I'm seeing you posting about maybe medical science. Tomorrow I'm seeing you posting about different businesses in different industries. It could be easier if you are focusing on just one niche. It could be easier, but when you are running other things, what I would say first of all is real estate a side hustle for you, or is it something you want to build a career? That will determine the kind of audience you want to give. If it's a side hustle, maybe you are into medical sciences, the doctor, and want to build a career in the medical field, your audience should be more of medical sciences. If you're into tech, I'm into tech, I'm a product designer, my audience should be those who are interested in tech. So if I'm doing real estate as a side hustle, and I know that the greater percentage of my audience are tech guys or tech businesses. So when I'm doing this, I have to define my content to serve these multiple audiences. Now, if I'm a realtor, like maybe I want to build a career as a realtor, then my content should be 80% of real estate content. Then other things can follow. So you can say, maybe when building your content calendar, you can say Mondays and Tuesdays. If you want to be posting 3 times a day, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You can choose Mondays and Wednesdays for real estate content.
Okay.
Then Friday and the weekends maybe for lifestyle content and other business ventures. But as a whole, your content should be 80% of what you are focusing on. If it is real estate, is the key point, the key focus. It should be 80% of real estate content.
Okay.
Because the idea functions with algorithm. What you feed the algorithm is what the algorithm. The algorithm is just like a waiter in a restaurant. Whatever you tell the waiter is what the waiter is going to get for you. So when you start building, creating content surrounding real estate, the algorithm sees your profile as a realtor and starts sending your contents to audience that are interested in real estate. So if you want to do that using an audience, is what we call in media is to training the algorithm to understand who you are. So when you train the algorithm, how do you train the algorithm? Is from your content. For example, I made a post last 2 weeks, and I'm seeing people from Asian countries liking the post, engaging on the post more than people in the African countries. So I had to go back to that content and I read that content and I saw that it was talking about issues that are related to people in that. And the algorithm is pushing it out, the content out to those guys. So everything, when you train the algorithm, this is what you want, this is who you want your content to reach out to. Then also, you can also use what we call hashtag as you're starting, hashtag or keywords in the industry. So when you are putting up Mondays for the real estate content, educative content, whatever, you're using the hashtag, let's say real estate management, Realtors, or whatever have you, the keywords in the real estate industry. And you're using it, the algorithm is helping you not helping you, you're helping the algorithm understand who you want your audience to be. And by so doing, the algorithm pushes your content to people who are interested in real estate content, the home buyers, the realtors, the just anybody that is interested in real estate, acquiring of luxury homes and whatever. The algorithm pushes that. So you have intentionally crafted your content calendar to reflect your identity on Facebook, on Instagram, or whatever have you. Then by so doing, the algorithm does the rest. Or you can also add what they call it, run of ads. When you run ads, you choose your target audience, and the ad or the Facebook or Meta does their own thing. So when you run ads consistently, you're also training the algorithm, telling the algorithm that these are the people you are looking for as audience, and the algorithm does the rest.
What strategy do a realtor in other business use to tailor content for each of their audience without causing any confusion?
Okay, this question also, the answer is interwoven with the previous answer. It is all about creating a content calendar. Now, when the first thing is personal brand, we know who you are. What do you stand for? What do you stand for? For example, I'm into tech. I'm full-time into tech. Even if I have ideas for other things, or if I have goals and plans in the future to move into real estate, to move into other industries, my focus is tech. So my content should be tech related. When I appear, you know that okay, Chiku is funny, it's tech. When they hear my name, I want them to know what digital marketing. Now, if I've built a brand, a personal brand in tech with my name, and I have over 100k followers on Facebook, Instagram, wherever I am on the media space. And tomorrow, I want to venture into real estate, or I want to just do this one as a side hustle. I can one or two moments bring in, maybe I have partnering with a friend, or I partner with KENLIGHT'S Paradise to market a product for them. I can bring in a product into my marketing, in my feed, or I can choose a day for inspection and have my content guys video capturing a corner, showing my face. Remember, I have built a personal brand. So wherever my face appears is my brand. Recently, they are using deepfake AI now to sell products. You see this woman, Okonjo Iweala, marketing a product. I said it for the first time. I said, no, this can't be Okonjo Iweala. She can't talk about this. But what are they doing? They want to use her brand to sell. And people who don't understand or don't know how to detect deepfake videos, AI videos, can see that stuff and they say at the end there's a call to action. They get their tips. But they are leveraging on someone's personal brand. Now, my face from KENLIGHT'S Paradise, I'm marketing KENLIGHT'S Paradise. Maybe one day in a week, I put up a content where I'm in KENLIGHT'S Paradise doing an inspection. What they are seeing is my face. I've built personal brand. And to build personal brand, you need to be authentic. What we call authenticity. You need to have a connection with your audience for them to trust you. Now that trust can be leveraged in any other thing you are doing. Once I get trust in the digital space, I can leverage on that trust on another industry in the medical space. I can get that's what brand sees in all these influencers, and they call them for ambassador. Focus on one thing. Be an authority in that field. They can introduce other things you are doing. If on my status tomorrow you are seeing me selling clothes, the next day I'm selling shoes, the next day I'm selling solar panel. It's confusion.
Yeah. You have to build your personal brand first before you can think any other businesses, right?
That's one most of ventures.
Yes.
In business, every business owner, every entrepreneur knows what you call pivoting in business. All the big brands, you know now, most times, most of them didn't start what they're doing now. Anytime, I don't know what this name as, but they came into Nigeria as a telecommunication brand. As of last 2 years, we heard about they pivoted into tech and fintech. That's when their logo changed to black. So everybody knows that what you started with shouldn't be, or must not be what you should end with. There's room to scale. There's room to create multiple streams of income. Now, when you have successfully built a brand as a realtor, if you introduce selling of bags as another business you are doing, people will even trust you more. And of course, people will follow that brand also. But now there's a skill to that.
Yeah.
There's a skill to that. Now, if they're introducing this other brand, bags selling, you have to introduce it in a professional way now.
Okay.
As a business that runs on its own. They are bringing it in as a business or as a company into selling of bags. In branding very well, because now the brand yourself. As a brand, you don't just bring us something that will mess up your brand. You will bring us something that is in line with your brand, that is professional. Also, you can do that, introduce it, and get a manager to manage it. But people know that this is your brand. But now, your focal point is your real estate business. But you can introduce it as a business you establish out of your brand and still focus on your real estate. So now people are even trusting you anymore. I see you as hard work, as someone that can start a business. Not everybody can start a business. They're what we call the starters and the finishers. Differentiate yourself from online venues. Let it be a business that has a structure, that has a system that is run.
How would he or she showcase his or her personality while keeping business content professional?
Okay. Personality. Personal brand. I want to be like Elon Musk, but I don't want to have this personality. What differentiates everybody out there is their uniqueness. I'm not you, you are not me. Your personality is your uniqueness. Once your audience perceives fakeness in your content, on your brand, they leave you. They drop you. Maintain who you are. How do you do that in a professional setting? Show them who you are aside being your way. Tony or Uncle T. You see him posting content, him working out, going to gym. That's lifestyle. He's showing us who he is aside being a CEO. And that is what builds authenticity. And that's what showcases your personality while building professional business portfolios. What happened during the week? Everything shouldn't be sell. Use storytelling, showing them what happened to you. You are giving them little insights about who you are. Show them how you are able to balance your work and your lifestyle. Use great content that has humor behind the scene of events, and that helps you build authentic engagement, authentic audience.
So what advice would you have for someone in business that would be starting out in business?
The personal brand is like a deal. They deal that holds everyone. Now, another question is: are you switching paths into let's say full time, or is it a side attraction? Is it a side gig? That's a question everyone must answer, so you won't confuse yourself, and you won't also waste your time. So if it's gonna be a full career, a full stuff, then you switch into it. Rebrand everything about your media, revamp it, optimize your profile to reflect relations. So once I open your profile, I don't need to browse down to know what I need to. Your bio says it all. Then stay consistent and be valuable. It is value that attracts investors. It is value that attracts audience. If I read your content in the next 5 seconds or 10 seconds, if there is nothing valuable there, I can't stay into it. So create value content to the point that when people remember real estate, they remember keep showing up.
Yeah.
Build a brand, build a personal brand around it. Get your message right. Then stay consistent. Create value content. People are watching. What you do repetitively, that's what you become.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. I think we've answered all our questions.
More values are also going to be coming up on our next episode. So always stay tuned and follow KENLIGHT'S Paradise.